What's going on is the Wolf, and we are back with another episode of the Wolf Has Spoken podcast. And I'm extremely excited today. First of all, the world's fastest growing podcast.
Universe
Fastest growing podcast. And I'm excited today, not only because we got a special guest, you know, but because it's my birthday. And if y'all wondering why we all wearing shades, we are about to explain.
We had a time last
good
night.
So I normally ask about how was your week, but it's like at this point, how was your night?
Or morning, depending on how the night went. Yeah.
Got in and got up.
Got in where though?
Before we even get into that, man, big shout out to the sponsor, Her Fantasy Box. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all check them out. Visit their website and shop and get all of the essential needs, the essential thing that you need.
Ladies, for sure.
Yeah, ladies, to keep that pH balance right, to keep that thing right, to keep everything right. Like I'm talking about, they saying like your sweat don't even stink when you use Her Fantasy Box. They saying like, and it lasts for days type. Like they just.
So no twang.
None of that.
No twang,
Get rid of all of that. So make sure you tap. But they got more than just like that type of stuff.
Sure.
Literally like all types of natural products that just have extreme health benefits for ladies. So tap into Her Fantasy Box. Now, let's talk about our night.
Woo! Most importantly, man, man.
How you feel?
Birthday king, yeah. How what?
I'll get an introduction.
Oh, we introduced you.
We said it, yeah. We said, yeah. I don't gotta say your name.
To be calling you. We said you could be on the
It's
show.
about to be a bit.
We didn't say you could talk. How did he even get a mic?
Ricky, you fucking up.
No, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it in order, man. Q. When we start with our guests, then we go with Q. So, welcome, Donnie, man. First of all, what people don't know, let's give him a fun fact. Donnie was actually supposed to be a member of the show,
True story.
Real. That's real.
but due
That's
to
real.
his irresponsibility,
No,
God is still working on him.
God is still working on, but that's not the reason why. But God is still working on me for sure.
Yeah,
For
so
sure.
we're gonna get into this whole guy thing too.
Oh yeah.
But Donnie was actually one of the original members when it was gonna be three of us. It was gonna be me, Q, and Donnie. We had a few meetings. We talked about it, and it was supposed to happen. And it was like this is like part of it. We said if we don't do it full time, that
Right.
whenever we could, we would.
Right.
So welcome.
Pop up on
You know
y'all
what
for
I mean?
sure.
So he talking like he the big homie, Papa Bush. Nigga, you
Pop out
asked
the
me.
show. Pop out the show.
Text me 5 times. Yo, can I still? Like, no, yo, am I good?
We still on for time.
You never sent me that. You know.
I ain't get the address, bro.
No, but especially since we filmed at our other set and we didn't get to catch up with you. You know, you my brother.
What's up,
you know,
set?
like so it's like we always had these type of interactions. And as y'all see, when I'm around both of them, we all just joking, laughing, giggling. You know what I mean? So y'all in for one for the day. But tell us about your night, Donnie.
Man, my night, man, it was a time.
No.
Okay.
But it was a time. As y'all can see, I'm still in. Y'all may be in the next day. I'm still in last night. Yeah.
He's still in the time.
I'm still in the time.
Real time.
I still smell like last night.
Hey.
He said I woke up.
13 hours later.
He said you woke up with Gran Carmino on your breath.
Man, Grand Carmino. I ain't gonna
What
say
else?
what else, but Grand Carmino.
I was curious of the other ingredient.
It was a weird mixture when I woke up. I didn't even want to talk. I said, I ain't like that smell.
No, what made it bad is you had to go get a toothbrush.
I had to go to Wawa get one of them little mini, them little small travel packs. But bro, man, on a serious, man, last night was so fun.
Yeah.
Yo,
birthday
you know,
party. If
we've
y'all didn't
had
know.
plenty. If y'all didn't know, the annual Golden Year Fair.
Suit and tie.
Um,
like we did private this year. So
Yeah, every year, all the other years, we had bigger events, but this one's more intimate.
Yeah, I wanted that. That's what I was going for.
So yeah, it was definitely more fun. Just what I mean, all of us in that space together. It was just a vibe, bro.
Even Q was there. Isn't that crazy?
Bro,
Yeah,
was that your first?
Ricky had to tell me the address, so like I had to like find out about it last
I
minute.
I told him not to, but
Like-
we'll talk, Ricky.
You know, so it was good. I
We'll
finally found the location,
We'll
but
talk, Ricky.
yeah, my first time was a good time and enjoyed myself. Glad I made it. You know, man, I enjoyed myself.
How was your night?
My night was good. You know, we was talking about in the car where when you come on, well, we gonna go there like.
Do your thing.
All right, cool. When you come on ready to fuck, cause like you've been drinking all night.
This is
and that.
one of those episodes.
Yeah, it's one of those episodes. Like, shout out to the fantasy boxes.
Yeah.
When you come on, you ready to fuck. It's always like that, like decision. Like, all right, I feel like waking her up because she wasn't up. I don't feel like hearing like if she be like not with it. So I actually took the L. I know it, but when I wake up in the morning time though,
Oh, so you consider it? Oh,
He's considerate.
I'm
It's a fully unpacked hill black
wake
man.
up.
I lied. I'm only considerate to protect both ourselves because if you reject, I'm gonna be mad as shit now. So it's really just to save us
protecting
both.
his ego.
Exactly.
I don't want the rejection, so I'm gonna just because
Not even my ego. I'm just pissed off.
Use a probability, not a possibility guy. Like anything's possible, but you like I'm looking at the probabilities. Like what's the chances of this happening and being good? So I'm gonna just hold on to my cards and play them tomorrow.
I'm with that because tomorrow guaranteed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she wasn't leaving the bed without it.
Yeah,
So you know, it was like
shoot. I don't care. If I think it's gonna be good, bad.
shoot.
We gonna have a game.
Well, it all
good game,
depends
bad
on,
game.
It all depends on if she leave or not. Now, again, if it's like one of those away games, then it don't matter.
It don't matter for sure.
Yeah,
But
we
it's a home
shooting
game.
regardless.
Yeah.
Right. That is true.
Like,
That is true.
And you got a back to back. You like it's a home game.
Exactly.
I'll play better tomorrow.
I don't do load management. I play all. I play all my games.
No low
We
management.
gonna play. So, ask you, bro, how was your night? The birthday boy, man. Another year, man. Another 365. How was your night, brother?
My night was incredible too.
That's all that matters.
Like honestly, like what made it so good was for one, that's starting with the event. Like it wasn't about how many people was attending. It was about who was the people that was attending. And the people that came out for me made me feel exactly what I wanted to feel, which was love, good energy, good vibes. And it was so crazy because not the slight like the music or nothing, but the music didn't even have the party rocking. It was just the energy in the room, and like I don't think nobody even gave a fuck.
Nobody. Well, a couple women did was like, "Yo, can you tell him to throw some sexy red?" And
That was my family, but
but overall,
my mom, but-
that was my mom. Other than her, it was cool. It's like, no.
I had to tell her, all right, mom, we get it.
Yeah. But I seen how my family came together to make it happen. This was my first time not charging anything. I did full open bar. You know, shout out to myself
shout out
and my
to you for
friends
that.
that
Shout out,
put up
man.
and sponsored the bar, fully open bar, top shelf, free food and everything. Like, you know, shout out to my mom, my sister, and everybody that came together. You know, big shout out to India Sage, who was like instrumental in helping me put the event together. You know, and what I liked about it was, although I was kicking out money, a lot of people that was like on the other side of the resources helping me was like, "No, we just got you." And then, you know, at the party, it was like good energy. And then after the party was
Good energy. Good energy.
Yeah, it was great energy. It is,
Amazing.
you know, like
Amazing.
Also, I want to add, I want to say shout out to you for this very important component to the party as well. Shout out to the ladies, man. They came and showed out.
Yeah,
like they was looking good in
looking
there
good.
and
Oh, man,
looking
that's
good,
good.
dressed good,
and
like,
acting good.
Acting
Not a
good.
catty thing in sight.
That's
yeah.
a fact.
Like no cattiness. Like I'm talking about they got bumpy. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you see the? Oh, you look nice. Like yeah, but
There's some
that's
Jones
why
in there. Yeah,
that's
shout
why
out
I
to
tell
ladies.
people. I'd be like, it's not necessarily. You can go anywhere with the right people and have a great time.
But that also speaks on your character too.
Yeah.
To be able to have events and nobody act a fool.
Bro.
No
And
niggas
I'm
acting a
blessed-
fool, no girls acting
and
a
I'm
fool.
blessed
Like it's
for that
all
every time.
respect, it's
Yeah.
all love.
Super
Like
grateful.
we just here to have fun.
Yeah.
That's all it's gonna
And
be.
I'm intentional about that. Like I'm intentional about the spaces I cultivate because of that. Like that's why people like I have people that normally would probably be on their P's and Q's that come out and be like, yo, I don't worry about nothing when I'm at this person event. I got ladies that came by themselves knowing that they was
a
gonna be
fact.
safe. Like so many women came there by themselves and knew like, all right, like I'm either gonna get took home or I'm getting an Uber. And either way, I know that I'm gonna be cool. And I pride myself on creating that because I understand that when it's all said and done, people just want to have a good time.
That's a
And like
fact.
I enjoy good times. Like nothing I enjoy more. This is a fun fact that people I enjoy creating experiences for people to remember forever. Like I like it to be like, oh damn, like, you know, even if I like ever took my little cousins, I'm gonna take them somewhere they never been. If I'm dating, I'm gonna take you somewhere you never been. I'm home with my homies, I wanna go somewhere. Let's have a memorable experience. And that's why I feel like, although yesterday wasn't the club event that we normally do, it was like I can remember the event. I remember interacting with you. I remember our interactions, and we ended up in a motherfucking situation unexpectedly. And it's like if this wasn't the What's Spoken podcast, I would talk all about it. But maybe I should. But it's just like funny how shit fell in our lap.
You know what
on
you
a
need?
2-man, bro. We ended up on a 2-man, and it wasn't planned,
The universe.
You-
man.
bro. We was aligned. Bro.
You know what you need possibly to talk about it though? Because, you know, fun fact
Alcohol.
also, with our very first episode when we celebrated,
Yeah.
we took shots.
we took shots. Do you have alcohol?
And we said,
I did.
well, as a celebration.
This nigga got it.
Let's go.
Celebration.
I'm not gonna lie, y'all.
knew he came bearing
I
gifts.
didn't know that he.
And he got the.
Come
Is
on.
that open already? I'm taking it with me.
Oh, let's go.
He got glasses too.
As a celebration, it will be.
After
And
that.
it's near 10 a.m. with the first time we took shots, so
Yeah.
we got.
Yeah.
And it's a real legit 10 a.m. too.
Come on, 12. Come on, let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, Rick, come on, man. Shout out Ricky. You know what I mean? He was at the party the whole time, like a good friend.
Well,
Ricky jumped right up. Ricky didn't wait to drink. Yeah. You need help, sir.
Ricky jumped up to get the liquor faster than he jumped up to turn the camera on. Come on, Ricky,
Nigga
pop a
was
squat
right
real quick, man. Have a shot.
But no, let's keep talking about why.
And it's still, by the time y'all see this, of course, my birthday would have been in the past. But I really enjoyed it. And it's like, it was on my birthday for the first time in a long time. And you know, everybody that came out, you know, everybody, I felt like everybody had a memorable time. And it felt more like a adult social mixer.
Facts.
It felt like a social mixer. And it felt like you could make some real genuine connections in that room yesterday. And I appreciated it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But to keep the ball rolling, Q, I know you got some topics for us.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you wanted it? Oh,
Yeah.
After we take the shot.
Yeah.
After we take the shot.
This is one thing I like about this. Like, you know how the other podcasts, they'll just like have like these type of breaks in the middle.
Oh, no.
Motherfucker to go take a
that's
shower,
just-
come back, should be rolling for 3 hours.
My suit all tight, trying to get that joint.
Yo, no, so y'all gotta understand why he even like got the suit on. Like, so remember I told y'all we ended up in a 2-man. So y'all don't know that the girl, you know how women like to feel safe. So the girls, like, we splitting up essentially. So it's like, I know the girl, I know her a little bit more, like a lot more. He don't know the girl like that much, let's just say. Long story short, I told her that he a deacon. I said, no, that's one of the safest people I know.
And they believed it. And then I start prophesying.
I said, this Deacon Donnie. No, this is the part you understand.
And then he blessed the
I
room.
didn't think they really believed me until today. And I'm like, he's
They
not a
actually
deacon.
verified, like, oh, he's not a deacon? If y'all thought, if I went,
Dog,
what happened for the past 12 hours, you thought I was a deacon moving that way. That is
I think the nigga was walking around with a bottle of Gran Carmino saying, who wants some drinks? What fucking deacon?
What deacon does that? I
know
want to go to that church.
I know some deacons though like that.
Bug.
On that note,
man, happy birthday to me.
Yes, sir.
Some
Birthday,
more
brother.
success to finally being able to get the 3 amigos to hold Q. Oh. Can we to be able to finally get? Do y'all got the
long
number?
ass toes. Like,
y'all know I talk.
damn.
Yeah, finally being able to get the 3 guys together, man.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean, the more let's do it,
45
man.
minutes toes. Goddamn, get my liquor, nigga.
Shit.
Nigga said he had 18 shots last night. I ain't seen not one, but
Donnie, am I lying?
yes.
Man,
I had 3 before.
So let me take the glasses
This is
off.
yours, right?
Yeah, that's
All
it.
right, yeah, glasses off, man.
That's off. So.
All right, that's
The lights, I'm kind of adjusted to them now.
But yeah,
it was one of them sunglasses, Advil type of nights.
Yeah.
If y'all didn't get the memo, man, we had a time, and maybe next year we'll allow y'all to attend. I did real private this year, super intimate. I only invited like 50, 60 people. Everybody came out. I had a great time.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Keep it open to the fans.
I did that before.
Lucky,
That's how
yeah.
I usually do, but it'd be hundreds of people there.
Right.
So it was like,
But to shift gears real quick, you know, so speaking about, you know, protecting women, you know, and shit like that, whatever. And we've had common, like, reoccurring conversations about, like, when you put a woman up and taking care or whatever.
Yeah.
But one of our recent episodes, like, one of the things we kind of sped by was the idea of the princess treatment.
yeah.
So talk about the
Yeah.
fine line of a princess treatment where I feel like the average man be like, that's just like a little bit versus like, no, I got you. I got to worry about this and you put up this and that. So what's the fine line?
The fine line is princess treatment versus queen treatment. And when I say queen, I'm not talking about like the whole grand rising movement and all of that. It's like, no, like legitimately is a difference. See, the difference is the queen adds value to the king. The princess just exists. And not for nothing. Somebody that wants princess treatment is somebody that expects things and expects to give nothing in return. So it says, I want you to cater to me. I want you to adhere to me. I want you to do everything that I want you to do at the time I want you to do it because I'm the princess. You know, like you would do for your daughter, right? The daughters think we're on their time. Where the queen understands that I'm receiving these benefits because I am the queen. And I'm the queen because I have queen responsibilities. The queen stands beside the king. The princess is provided for by the king, but the queen gets taken. So when you think about putting a woman up, you gonna take care of your daughter the same way you're gonna take care of your woman. You're gonna try to fulfill all of their needs, but what's expected of your woman and what's expected of your daughter is different. Like you're not expecting your daughter to have no type of reciprocity outside of just genuinely loving you. Whereas though with your woman, you know that you want her to be an asset to what you got going on. So I always say if I hear a woman talking about she want princess treatment, to me it just sounds like you trying to be taken care of without offering nothing. Whereas though I look at it like, no, you should want to get treated like a queen because I'm gonna respect you in that manner, and you still gonna get all of those things. You know, I'm gonna let y'all talk about that particular topic, but when I'm after y'all done, I want to pivot to even just talking about how putting a woman up could make her get comfortable. So we'll talk about that after y'all talk about the princess treatment.
Thoughts, sir?
So I ain't gonna lie, you hit the nail on the coffin. That Patron is getting to me. So, I don't know if I got too much profound.
No.
But
Do you good? The guest, you who you?
yeah,
I'm me. You good?
yeah, I'm gonna pass that right. I don't understand. Well, I don't think y'all understand.
Talk to him.
Literally, I've been in this outfit for 14 hours straight. The alcohol been consuming alcohol for 14 hours straight.
Alcohol
I don't
has
even know.
consumed me.
At this point,
I am alcohol.
He don't even know
At
where
this
he
point,
at.
I don't know where I'm at. I didn't even know we were filming something until just.
Alrighty then. So,
Right over to you, Q.
all right, yeah, so cool. So as a man that makes his woman work, you gotta go bring back that segment.
I'm actually about to join the team. But go ahead, tell me more.
Woman.
But yeah, I'm totally with that. Where I did princess treatment shit. That's like a pet peeve of mine because to me it screams like bitch
Something
do
for
nothing.
nothing.
Like yeah, like you
Bitch
do
do
nothing.
nothing.
So you need to bring some type of value, and everybody know a queen brings value just even in the name of it type shit. So not saying you got to do as much work or labor or whatever as the king, but you are a queen. So even how you carry yourself through a room, how you stand by, how you represent, all of that, it comes with a certain level of responsibility and obligation. Because you're the queen versus princess. It's like I'm just a princess. It comes with everything that comes with it, and
But I don't have no responsibility.
Exactly. So it's like no, I need you to hold yourself, well, I don't want to say esteem, but like hold yourself with a certain level of responsibility, level, status, and then bring something back to me of some certain value, whether you working or not, but you can at least guide me, steer me, make me evade certain shit, whatever.
Protect the king.
Yeah, I'll be real with y'all,
certain
ladies.
assistance.
For diamonds, y'all ain't getting no princess treatment. That shit's dead.
What you got for him?
You're getting hard. It's like no.
Hey, talk.
No,
Take your time.
that's all. Hey, what y'all? What a collection plate? Y'all can pass that
Take your
around.
time.
But no, really,
He
like
not that being a collector.
I thought you were about to
Nah,
pull.
we
you
want
pull
to
another
hear his
one out.
profoundness before he get more liquor.
Yeah, it's over after that. Yeah, it's over.
But no, on a serious note, just like you said, man, if you're not adding no value to my life, if you just a bill, you just a liability, and you're not an asset, you gotta go ahead.
that's a
Because
fact.
like we're building something. I'm building something. It's a legacy. It's something big that niggas not normal niggas. So it's like if you're not adding, contributing, you gotta go because that's bringing more stress on my life. I gotta take care of you, give you this money for this, do this for that, and all you doing is just sitting there looking pretty. And then the moment that I can't financially do it, you just gonna dip off to the next man. So it's like, why would I even waste that time and energy? Like, man, at this point, I'm not wasting no more time and energy.
And I think that the finer line that I feel like we didn't harp on, like there is a certain level of princess treatment that's due, right? When it's like
For sure.
I cater to you, and I would attach it to being a queen, but the queen is more so she walks with responsibility. She also has things that she has to uphold and manage, and so when you think about the princess, like all right, if we in a certain situation, all right, yeah, my woman don't have to lift a finger, and if you want to consider that to be princess treatment, that's cool because as men we like doing that. I like being able to take care of you. I like being able to make you feel a certain way. But when it comes to when we stepping out into the world, you got to understand that you might could get princess treatment in the crib, like you want me to rub your feet, like if that's what they considering it to be. But at the end of the day, for the grand scheme and the bigger picture, it's like now you have to understand that. You get, you know what I mean? You the queen. So it's like, you can't want princess treatment, but then want me to look at you like my equal because the princess is my child.
Right.
The queen is my partner.
Counterpart.
So you can't tell me you want to be my counterpart to be looked at or respected in that way. Not saying you're going to get disrespected, but you can't, because when I hear princess, I'm not hearing you want responsibilities. I'm hearing you don't want responsibilities. And nobody respects nobody that don't have responsibilities or that don't handle their responsibilities. So if you saying that you don't want responsibilities, then wonder why you're getting treated like a child. You ask for the lifestyle of a child. You know what I mean? So you can't pick and choose when you want to be grown. Yeah, it has perks. It has its perks. If you know how to if you know how to manage and maneuver through that, you know how to get your way and never lift a finger, power to you. But don't sign up for a position and they be mad at the other side that come with it. Like one of the things you always say when the other shoe drop. Don't be mad when the other shoe drop. You want this one, but when this shoe drop, now it's no. You said you want to be a princess. Now don't question me. I don't got to answer to the princess.
Absolutely.
Stand on it.
And like I like the way you said it too, where it can be like situational of like princess treatment, whereas like, I know many women there, whereas like they literally turn their brain off in certain circumstances. Like, so, my girl, we talking about this recently because, we got a trip coming up and she, I'll book it, but you set up everything while we there and what we doing, whatever, like the flights and like she's picked the resort, everything else for us. How we getting there, what we doing when we get there, how long we staying. That's on me. And she like this. No, this the place we want.
Yeah.
now do the rest. And it's like, yeah,
she's seeing herself taking pictures.
Yeah, she know we gonna be there and everything's gonna be taken care of and it's done. Like the brain is off. So it's like that's since you did your part as the queen to where we going? This is where you want to go? Yeah. We agree? Cool. I got it from here and we good.
And to your point though, like this, I've said it before, but like something I want to just reiterate is like when a woman turns her brain off, that's when she feels the most secure. Because if she's sitting there trying to solve the problems and create the solutions and, you know, always got an opinion or advice or suggestion, that means she's still in trying to protect herself mode through the situation because she don't believe that you got it fully under control. Now, this doesn't mean that some of the women that just give ideas all think like this, but I'm just saying in the grand scheme of things, when a woman is truly in a space of you making her feel safe and secure, you'll see how much common sense is lacking because it's like she ain't even thinking. She just letting you whatever you say. No, and it's like that's why as men, to be honest, it's like it's imperative for us to have a direction because if you get a woman to get to that state, you want to know where you're going because
that's a fact. That's a fact.
If you get her there and you don't know where you're going, and then you leave her there, for one, she ain't probably gonna ever get back to that state with you. And then because they are quick to remember and slow to forgive, they probably gonna take that into the next situation and then not trust the next man's leadership, all because they allowed themselves to get into that state of bliss. And a man just let them into a brick wall type shit. So, you know, but I feel like that's a part of the pro-princess treatment because, again, they get to feel like, you know, everything is handled, like you said, Q, and I don't got to worry about nothing. I'm just out here, and I'm safe, and I'm secure, and I could just exist. Like how fucking toddlers be.
Right. And you know what's also crazy? Like the backfire of the princess treatment type shit being put up is like when, I feel you could probably touch on this as well, when they like kind of end up, it backfires and they resent it at a certain point because they take it for granted.
100%.
I was talking to my man recently and his girl never worked or whatever, and she was kind of she was projecting her insecurity onto him because she's talking about like some of his friends, include me, like our girls got certain careers and shit like that, nurses, engineers, and business consultant, shit like that, whatever. And she was like, yeah, I know you probably look down on me because all your friends, girls do such and such, whatever. And he was just like, what he wanted to say to her was like, bitch, just get a job. I don't need you to be an astronaut for real. How are you resenting me because you didn't want to work and I allowed it and we just cool with it?
My God.
Like you talking about because you insecure because my friends bitches make money and this and that. Bitch, go work at Target or something. Listen, like just do something.
When we say you don't have to work, it don't mean we don't want you to work. We're saying you don't have to. A lot of women are in predicaments where they have to work to survive. They have to pay their bills. They don't have nobody they can rely on, depend on, or call on. So if you get with a man and we like, look, you don't got to worry about that. Like, I don't care what you do for a living. That's basically saying I have that under control. That doesn't mean that you have to work. I mean, that we don't want you to work, but it also doesn't mean that you don't have to work. Like, you don't have to scratch to survive to figure it out. We'll figure out the hard parts. But if you got things that you want and I can't give it to you at the time you want it, then feel free to go get a job. If you got to pick your job either based on the purpose that you want to serve and fulfill within self, or the money that you want to make to take care of your vices and extracurricular activities that we just quite frankly don't want to take care of. You follow what I'm saying? So it's like, what y'all got to understand is y'all say like, all right, yeah, I'm dealing with somebody and they don't want me to work, but I can't just solely rely on a man. No, we ain't saying we don't want you to work. We're saying you don't have to work. Meaning like, I got the big bills. If you got little extra things, your maintenance and the things you want to do, go grab your job. We don't give a fuck, like you said, if it's Target, Dunkin' Donuts, Walmart, because we don't choose women based on their career. We choose women based on the value they add to us. See, y'all got to stop thinking that we date y'all the way y'all date us. When we date a woman, we don't say, what type of car she drive? What she do for a living? You know, what's her bank account? Like, we don't think about that. We don't give a fuck about none of that. Like, we don't even really care about, when it comes to seriously pursuing you, the physical. Like, they're like, yo, her ass fat, marry her. Like, a nigga ain't never say, oh, she got a fat ass, I'm marrying her. No, we marry the mindset and the asset. We don't marry none of that other stuff. So when y'all thinking about it and y'all looking at it like, oh, well, you know, y'all looking at us how y'all look at us, and we don't view it that way. So stop thinking that if you don't got a certain type of job, or if you're not making a certain amount of money, or if you're not at a certain status, because I could change your life. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I could change your life. I don't need you to change my life. I need you to improve me and better my life by being an asset, but I don't need you to change my life. I don't need you to come in. Like, that's when I say I don't need you to change my life, it's not to say I don't need you to be an asset to my life. I'm saying, like, I can meet a woman that literally works at Walmart and I can change her life. All she has to do is have a mindset and have potential and be able to develop and grow at a rapid pace. So I'm not looking for a woman that has to be here. But if you're there when I meet you, guess what I'm still going to work on? Your mindset. So eliminate that thought of thinking that when we tell y'all don't have, because then like you said, they resent us. You starting to resent us for you not being where you want because you measuring yourself against people outside the crib. Whole time we a team.
Or even you.
Even for one, I'm gonna let y'all pass because I'm gonna go all in on that. But
Make it
just
to
stop measuring yourself. The people outside the crib. That's what's hurting you. That couple comparison shit is cooking a lot of relationships because you disregarding what your man is doing. You disregarding what you have. And as if a man, if you doing that, you disregarding what you have, and y'all looking at what other people have instead of focusing on what y'all trying to build. Y'all are one entity, is a tandem, and is a collective. So don't look at it like, oh, well, you do this and I don't do nothing for a living. No, it's called finding a median. It's a median. If your man makes this and you don't work or don't make what he make, but you add this value, it creates a balance to create a healthy lifestyle. The people that y'all could be watching after could be in a way worse position than y'all, but you looking from the outside and thinking that they got something better because it's two people with a career and you don't have a career. Whole time that they probably want what y'all got because women getting up to work don't even want to fucking work.
And you said something big, bro. You said we a team.
Team.
It's crazy because I just had this conversation with my ex not too long ago. Like, yo, all I cared about is let's just come as partners.
Yeah.
Whatever communication, whatever you lacking, I got you.
Yeah.
And because whatever's going on in this world, I'm gonna take care of everything else at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I just need you to be next to me and make sure if I'm against the whole world, that I know you got.
I got my back. That's
that
all
you
I
got
got.
my
last
back.
thing I need to
Only
worry
thing
about.
ask for you.
Last thing I need to
You
worry
ain't
about.
gotta make whatever amount. You ain't got just again bring value, help. I mean, on that aspect.
No, that's a fact, bro.
You good.
And like we talk about this all the time. It'd be simple. Just
Simple shit, bro.
Just have our back.
3 steps.
That's all we want.
Q, run us through
ladies.
let Q run us through the 3 steps one more time.
3 steps. You need to be cooking a certain amount a week. You need to be sucking dick a certain amount a week, and you need to be shutting the fuck up a certain percentage of life per week.
So
Very simple.
Q said if you talk 80% of the time, just cut it down to 50.
50% less than that.
They say if it's improve relationships by 15%.
Yeah,
almost immediately.
Pew Research did a case study. You need to be sucking dick at least, what I say, twice a week minimum. Cooking at least 3 times a week minimum. That's all.
And just cut the percentage of how
And
much
cut
you
percentage
talk.
of how much you talk.
Twice a week, man.
Minimum.
You gotta think some men go months, like they women will lock the box up.
Oh,
Meaning some weeks,
niggas in relationships with women that lock the box up.
I mean,
I don't know about the box. That's kind of crazy. I'm talking about the mouth though. Like if you ain't like mouth box, whatever it is, whatever. Minimum. Some
you see on the internet.
So some weeks
You lock that box, another nigga got the cool.
earlier. Like let's say the man,
You
Speak
lock
on
that
that.
box on you, another nigga got the cool.
Speak on that.
the man making this, and you trying to figure out the value brain situation. How much dick are you sucking? Because that can make up a lot of missed value
That
right
need
there.
to cut the
For
gap.
Exactly.
The wealth
like,
gap could be cut substantially.
if you're doing like a 9 to 5 type dick suck every day, like 5 times a week, that's a lot
I can
of
be mad at
value.
you about the dumbest shit, but if you start, man,
What was I even mad about?
we good. Why am I tripping
Man,
over
fuck
that
them
bullshit?
dishes.
Yeah, overthinking shit. Like, you know how much shit be forgiving. You
Baby,
sucking
I
dick
love
like a
you,
job.
girl. I love you, girl.
Like
No,
full
but-
time, 40 hours.
But no, all in all, though, since we on the subject, it's like, just understanding, like, we really do look for completion. And if y'all understand that, like, y'all will study the areas. All you gotta do is study your man. What I've noticed is a trend is like women even come to me and ask me about men as if we was like a one-size-fits-all approach. Yes, men have a nature. Yes, it's certain things that's present in all men as there are certain things that's present in all women. But you have to get to know the individual man that you're dealing with.
Sure.
I don't know that nigga. So you asking me, I can give you perspective from a man's perspective, but I can't tell you why your man eat Fruit Loops or why he don't eat Frosted Flakes. I don't know why this motherfucker like this or don't like that. It's like you expecting me to tell you, or it's like y'all go to everybody but the source. And I'm telling you, like, y'all would ask another man about your man instead of asking your man what he think. And then you try to come to him with the solution and telling him about how he think based on what another man said to you. And it could be your dad, your uncle, your brother, but you just trying to get a man's perspective. But ask that man. The same way y'all want y'all man to know your favorite color, your favorite flowers, what you want to do, what you like to watch, what you don't. All you got to do is pay attention. Don't be like, yeah, because one thing I always ask a woman is, did you ask him? No. Ask that nigga. Why are you asking me, yo? He hasn't been saying anything all day. What should I do?
Why do
Ask the nigga what's wrong.
Why do y'all think communication is so hard?
But that's the funny
We're gonna
part.
get
though.
on that. I want to hear his.
This is the funny part though. I think we're gonna tie in both those points. They done heard the nigga say it though. It's made. They just don't want to process
No, that's a
it. They
fact.
don't like listening. Every man has said some shit very clearly to a girl, and they either rejected it,
Don't want to
presented
accept
it,
it.
That's a fact.
and then processed it until 7 months later. You know what? You was actually right about that. I actually see what you mean now, because Wolf said it on a clip, or my girlfriend went through her nigga. I see like niggas be a lot of niggas. I'm gonna say, a lot of niggas be saying. Not all the time, but at least at some point in time, said some very straightforward shit.
It's always straightforward.
Yeah, like, and then the girl be like,
Let me find a way to complicate this. Girl math.
So I
Girl
feel
math.
communication be complicated because I think women don't listen. They want to hear what they want to hear. And then I think men aren't the best communication. So even we may struggle to finally do say it or whatever, or may not say it consistently. And especially when they then don't listen, it's like, well, I ain't fucking talking.
I think there's a lot of context that we got to add because what you're saying is fact, right? But I want to add context. It's not that men aren't good communicators.
Okay.
Because we're illogical, we often see the point in not communicating.
Facts.
Like we see it like, why should I say something? Here you are. Why should I say something if it's just going to end here?
Right.
So a lot of men call that being non-confrontational, especially if it's going to come with disrespect. Because as men, we know that we can handle disrespect man amongst man with violence. You can't handle disrespect woman and man with violence. So the best thing for some men to be like, I'm just not going to say nothing. Now, another layer to it is some men don't know how to communicate, where they don't know how to express themselves or say what they're really feeling. So they express it in different ways. So it's like you're really upset, but you're expressing it in anger. Like, you feel me? Like, we got to understand it. Like,
shutting down.
Yeah, like, you got to understand, like, how you feel and then what you're expressing. Like, you could be disappointed, but that don't mean get mad. So it's like, you disappointed, you express disappointment. Yo, look, you let me down. You know, say, what the fuck? That's like you reacting from the wrong, the wrong field or whatever the case may be. You got to know what you're feeling and how to react behind it. But then the other part of it is, when you think about it, because women assume that they are good communicators and they not. They think that because they can present a problem, that's communication. Communication is about creating a healthy resolve and a win-win so that we understand that whatever the situation was, you felt hurt, I felt hurt, you felt seen, I felt seen, and we both walk away feeling understood. But just because you're more willing and likely to present that you're upset don't mean you're a good communicator. Good communication is being able to get through the entire conversation without over talking somebody, without cutting them off, without shutting down, and then still creating that healthy resolve. But if you getting in the middle of a conversation and you looking at it like it's my way or the highway, you're not a good communicator just because you initiated, or just because you think you're ready to talk at 6 o'clock and he not ready to talk to him and he's not a good communicator. You got to let the man get time to process, because as men, we have to work through how we feel so we can get to how we think. And then we can respond. We can't just respond off how we feel, because how we feel we know might change in 20 minutes. But because y'all so quick to respond off how you feel, this is why when it's time to take accountability and you no longer feel like that no more, you don't want to address the things that's actually the problem. Like, you wanted to just be swept under the rug because you no longer feel like that. It's like when you wake up from a long night of drinking and you like, damn, I don't even want to look at these pics from last night because I know I done did some bullshit.
I don't want to look at it. I don't
even want to see. I don't even want to look at these videos that I posted on Instagram because I don't know what I was doing on that story. It's like, that's how they feel after they get away from the anger and said all the BS. And we ready to talk like, yo, you said this, you said that, you did. So it's like, it's not that they better communicators or that men are worse communicators. It's just they think because they're willing to present the conversation that's communication. But it's also about listening, understanding, reflecting. There's so many different levels to it.
And also, I think because they talk a lot, they're good communicators.
Yeah, facts.
They just talk a lot. Yeah. Just aimlessly type shit a lot of time. But on to slightly pivot though, that's enough smut for the women. That's
you think we a smut now?
Slightly. Yeah. They gonna take it.
I love y'all. I love y'all.
So let's put it on ourselves real quick.
That's why I tried to tie tonight. I tried to throw us in there. I'm like 3 niggas on the podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna full circle. It's our turn now. What are y'all say some of y'all personal romantic flaws?
Shit, I wasn't affectionate for a very long time. Like, because like being raised, like my mom taught me a lot on like survival. Like, you know what I mean? She taught me how to survive. But my mom was so much in survival that she never had time to, like, she told us she loved us for sure. But it was never like the soft, oh, come here, baby. Da, da, da. It was always like, she raising men. So she did what she thought was the right way, which turned out to be the right way because she even picked a good man to help her, my step-pop. So I didn't have that affection. You know what I mean? So for me, I got daughters. So like I remember it used to be weird to just hold my daughter's hands because it was uncomfortable. Not like it's just because I just wasn't used to it. Like even like every girl I've ever dealt with, probably up until within the last 3 years, could say, no, that nigga wasn't affectionate. Like I'm like if it wasn't like intimate, like we laying up about to fuck and cuddle and like just like holding your hand, I don't touch my shit, don't touch my hand, nah. You know what I mean? But if it's like sex related or something, it's all right, I could be intimate.
Of course.
Maybe I guess in the privacy I could be like that. But if it was like public like affection, so like for me that was a romantic flaw that I've gotten extremely better at. Now I feel like I'm extremely affectionate. Like I hug my daughters, I kiss them on their cheek, I kiss my mom on her cheek. These are things that I used to kiss my daughters and my kids, but I wasn't never kiss my mom on the cheek and hugging her tight or my woman. I'm just holding her hand or rubbing her feet or just being intimate, even willing to do it if it's like in public, whatever the case may be. Because my mom didn't even kiss my step-pop in front of us. Because, so, and she did it on purpose. She just didn't do the affection thing in front of us. So we didn't really know what that looked like, even though we know all they really did was kind of argue in front of us. But kind of.
She had a problem with that.
Yeah, it was cool with that. But ultimately, when you look back at it, I'm like, I really never saw love or affection. So that's something I had to really, really, really strive to get better at. Like, it wasn't easy. It was uncomfortable. It was cringy, but I got better. So I would say that that's one. And then I guess my second romantic flaw would be, and this is in large part, I guess, could be contingent upon a person. I guess like staying interested in the courting part. Like I've seen men, I know men that court their woman all the way through, and I admire that shit. Cause I'd be like, how do you stay? Because I don't know if it just be the lack of.
And for clarity, you mean like before y'all official? Or
I'm saying like I could, like, even though I'm in a relationship, like I want to do it more. Like I might have like a couple days out the month where I'm intentionally like but I've seen, you know, I got friends that like, you know, they literally will still like date their woman. And it's like, we go on dates, but am I dating you? Is we still like, see, cause a lot of relationships exist with no friendship. And that's what the shit fuck up. It's like y'all together, but y'all don't even fuck with each other. Y'all literally are together trying to make it work for the bigger picture, but y'all don't fuck with each other as people. So it's like when you have a friendship inside the relationship, it supersedes the relationship, because even if the relationship don't work, the friendship is still there. And those are the most enchanting experiences. So for me, the tie full circle as far as in like just courting all the way through, I want to have fun around you. I want to have fun with you, and I want to have fun doing it. I don't want it to feel like a struggle, like, man, I gotta go buy some, I gotta do this. And it's like, I feel like at times after so many arguments and fights and no resolve, it gets to that point where the thing that most once made you feel great starts to make you feel like it's a job. And I feel like that's the same for them. So like, you know, if you out there and you're watching, it's like, have a friendship inside a relationship, like really get to know each other. Stop trying to, that's the problem. People be trying to know each other without getting to know each other. You're trying to know the person instead of getting to know the person. I know you, I already know you're gonna do this. I already know you're gonna say this. I know you've been doing this. Or I already know you're gonna get mad. I already know you're gonna. No, you gotta get to know your person and allow room for grace for them to grow on a day-to-day, a week-to-week, a month-to-month, so that if their favorite color was red when you met them, ask again 5 years later, maybe it changed, maybe it's fucking blue now. It's like, get to know your person so you'll have that friendship, so you don't have that, you know, them flaws inside of it. But go ahead, what's your romantic flaw?
And it's crazy because now I'm a little sobered up now. So
At the end.
Yeah, at the end. So it's crazy for you to say that you weren't as affectionate. Mine was the complete opposite. My romantic flaw, I was too affectionate. And especially, I don't know the definition of love bombing. I've been hearing people say that a lot lately.
It's one of them.
Yeah, it's one of them made up shit.
Yeah.
All right, but I will go into a situation just being.
You are to the context of it. You are a love bomber. I just want to put it on the record.
I know it's made up. It is you.
I heard the words. I just ain't know the definition, but just giving too much, and especially early and stuff like that. And I know that was just me trying to fill in voids in other areas. So me just trying to feel love. So I'm just trying to dish it out, and hopefully, you'll give me what I'm trying to in return. So definitely being too affectionate. And another thing that you just said, that the reason why most of my relationships failed was because I never knew these women. I never knew none of them, for real.
I don't know her name.
There's one woman.
Because you love bomb and kind of got past everything.
I love bomb, skip past all the getting to know each other. You look good. I think I look good. We together.
We love bombing.
Fuck it. We love bombing. So I only had one relationship where she was actually my homie. And that wound up being my best relationship.
It's always like that.
And I had so much fun. So then when that relationship ended, that actually hurt the worst out of any other thing, because it's like, all right, not that I lost my girl or I broke up with my girl, whatever the case may be, but it's the fact that
I lost my friend.
Yeah. You was my dog.
My dog.
Like all the other women, it's like I was able to get over them in fucking a week. All right, 2 days.
I didn't know these people.
Because I didn't know them. I didn't know them. Fuck you. I'm out.
Don't remember their names.
Man, one time during the fucking COVID, bro, I got into a relationship with a girl right before COVID. Then COVID happened and the world shut down. She ain't had nowhere to stay and all this other shit. She lost her job because of COVID. So I moved in with me. Like, fuck it.
You don't know her, mind you.
I don't know this woman. It's been two months.
2 months.
But you my girl, and I ain't gonna have you out on the street.
Who would I be?
Once the world shut down,
It'd be me. Like,
it'd be me. Once the world shut down and we were living with each other and we're in each other's face every day, all day.
You can't stand it.
It's like, what the fuck? I hate you. Like, I hate you. Why?
Now that I know you, I hate you actually.
But I can't even send you nowhere because the world shut down.
Oh, I'm gonna send you
But it's
somewhere.
like now,
I'm gonna send you somewhere.
now that is actually the only relationship kind of going back a little bit where no sex, no head, no none of that.
Could have saved it.
We just looking at each other every day like,
yo,
Yeah, chill. Ew, why are
my
you
God.
here? I know why you're here, but
You're a
I hate
victim.
you. So it's like, but please, like Wolf said, get to know each other.
Yes, that's
Dude,
step one.
don't love bomb, because that shit will never last.
Uh-huh.
That shit will never last. Coming from Donnie Romance himself,
Yeah.
The love bomber.
the love, the love bomber, man. So I'll say that was my romantic
I
flaw.
got something I want to say to you after he say his flaws.
Go ahead.
He was gonna say you don't have any.
Your turn. It's like no, but so mine would be so I thought what you said was interesting. So I didn't have a problem with being affectionate, but I had because my dad always said he loved me. My mom always told me not always, but my mom was a little hard, but she said she loved me and shit like that, whatever. She was affectionate. I knew she loved me. But one thing they both weren't like, including my stepdad, they both weren't like consoling people. So I knew the love was there. Like I've hugged my mom. She's cried during graduations. Like I knew the love. But as far as like if I hurt myself or I fall or I'm down or I'm sad, I remember one time vividly my mom consoled me when I was devastated from like a school project, got last place, felt like a retarded nigga. It was devastation. She was like, okay, it's okay. Other than that though, nigga, like stop, bitch. Like,
This is the same woman that made you get on a roller coaster at 3.
facts.
Hold
He tall enough. He good. He with me. So,
She forced you to get on a roller coaster.
4.5. So
Well, speaking on something like that, my grandfather, I ain't know how to swim,
not crazy.
and like at his
This is
7,
about to get a
he threw me in the pool and said, "Get back."
That's or don't.
I didn't know how to swim.
Or don't.
I started seeing light.
Talk about talk about a life lesson.
I found my way though.
Yeah.
I found
You've been
it
finding
took a
your way.
long time to get back to
And you've
that
been
day.
finding your way ever since.
Yeah, I've been finding.
Shout out to
Pop-Pop. You almost killed me, Pop-Pop, but
Shout out to
thanks,
Gatsby
you
on
made me a
time.
stronger man.
Keeps on time. But yeah, so like when it's time I'm with a girl and like let's say she's having a down moment, she's sad and it's time to especially if I don't like even like agree with the moment per se, let's say she's being dramatic. I struggle in those intimate
Empath
moments.
shit. We talked about
The empath shit, the empathy moment where it's hard for me to kind of translate where I'm just like,
It's not that deep.
it's not that deep. I'm going to problem solving mode. Let's move past this. Let's move past this emotional state.
And get
Let's
to the
fix it,
solution.
whatever. So because my mom don't be down, my dad don't be, that I've seen. My dad don't be down. My stepdad absolutely don't be down. So I never seen it. I never seen people just be down,
Yeah.
quote unquote depressed or
Yeah.
going through mode. Just like we just going through life type
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, facts.
So when I see friends or my girl, whoever, I be like, So I've always had to work on that over time.
No, yeah, that's good. Another thing I want to commend you for before we land the plane is you've been working on your relationship with your mom, and I seen that y'all
Thank you.
been doing like collaborated content. Y'all spent like you and her time together, and she came out to Atlanta. And
Yo, that truly, bro, has because a lot of
yeah,
people
that's
don't
why
know.
that's why I was
Me and
so
my mom
happy to
had
see
it.
Estranged?
Estranged. I
Yeah.
couldn't get the word.
I got you, brother. Don't worry.
That's what brothers is for.
Yeah,
I
for
love you,
sure.
my guy. For sure. We had an estranged relationship for like 7 years. And I will always say, like, man, this shit ain't bothering me. It is what it is. But my life wouldn't reflect that.
Yeah.
And a lot of things will happen, and then that will always come up. And I know even with me dealing with women, it was just because I was trying to feel some type of love.
That
from
love
a
bombing,
woman.
yeah.
So going back to the love bombing and shit. So then
You are the love bomber.
the love bomber for sure.
Suicide
Trademarking that. But once plenty therapy, and then just me just locking in with God and spiritual, and it's like, bro, at the end of the day, even if she never, like my therapist told me, like, yo, what if she never? And you even have said
I
this
said
to
that
me.
before the
Yeah.
therapist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that on the record, but let's talk.
So from Wolf and my therapist was like, yo, what if she never apologizes? Like, are you
Yeah, like,
just
what is gonna happen?
Yeah, are you going to continue going through life the way that you
yeah,
are? So it got to the point where it's like, bro, fuck it.
I'm gonna
I
forget.
love her. And then just me experiencing a life death situation where looking death in his eyes, and that made me put everything in perspective. Like, is this really that serious to hold this? Because at the end of the day, we only get one mother.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. So when that life and death situation happened, the first and only thing that I was thinking about is, yo, I'm about to die right now, and me and my mom have a horrible relationship. That's all I can fucking think about. So once that happened, we started talking here and there. It still wasn't as strong. But then it wasn't until this past June, my little sister high school graduation. I flew down to Philly. And coming down, I had the energy like, man, I ain't really about to say a lot to my mom or whatever the case may be. But then as soon as I seen her and the way that she embraced me, man, I let all that shit go.
Yeah.
And from that moment on, we've
great.
been tighter than ever, bro. Like
It's
you said,
amazing
from
to
the
see.
content and that is showing my relationships and all other aspects.
Yeah.
So now dealing with women, I'm not love bombing. I'm not going into shit like that. And now I put up boundaries or like, man, I'm not going to move too fast with this X, Y, Z. So,
well, shout out to you, man. I
Appreciate
always
that,
say
brother.
that it's worth it to work through things with your parents.
Facts.
Q, we've had our talks about your dad, and it's not like nobody has like parents that are like, but it's just like sometimes as adults we forget to have grace for the people
That's a
that
fact.
was learning while they was raising us.
That's a
So
fact.
what people don't understand is parents is human. We parents now, so it's things that we're gonna do to our children that they're not gonna understand or do for our children or not do for our children. Where it's like, why my mom didn't do this, why my dad didn't do that, and all they can see is from their vantage point, and from their vantage point they getting told no. So it seems like you hate me, but in reality I'm trying to protect you. Or and sometimes your parents can protect you intentionally or unintentionally. Sometimes being away from you is their protection. If you got a mom or a dad that got ways that they don't want to put on you and they step away, that might be God protecting you from you becoming a horrible person. Like I was grateful for the fact that my stepfather raised me because my dad is a real dude. He a genuine dude, but he wouldn't have been a great role model. And that's just flat out. I wouldn't have been who I am today if my dad would have. If my stepfather wasn't the person that raised me, if my dad wasn't in jail, my mom didn't get up and take me where he couldn't find me. Like, and as much as like I could resent her for that, I actually had to look at it in hindsight. Like, I don't become who I am today if those same exact circumstances don't take place.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? So it's the old thing that I always say. You can't say that you love yourself or you love who you are if you hate what you had to go through to become who you are.
To become who you
so
are.
when we think about giving our parents grace, at the end of the day, every decision they did or didn't make is why we the way we are. So that's worth letting it go in itself. It's like, you know what? Thank you for not buying me that.
And the
Thank you
huge
for
thing
not
that
saying
you
yes,
said,
thank
bro, that they are just human. Because I've realized that I used to put my mom on such this high pedestal.
Like it's mom
and
title.
like, this my mom.
She's a
She
fucking
ain't supposed
woman,
to
a
do
human.
that. But at the end of the day, she's just a
a
regular
woman.
So it's like,
She's a
and then
woman.
once I, thought back on, she had me at 19. She got pregnant at 18, had me at 19.
Imagine what she
Bro,
was
I
going through
couldn't
from your
imagine
dad
me
or
having a
your
child at
grandparents.
fucking 19 trying to raise. So the fact that she was trying to grow and learn who she is on top of having this responsibility of another human being now, once looking at all that in perspective and now me being an adult dealing with women that have children and seeing it from a different perspective.
Stepdaddy love
It's
mama.
like, I was all that, man. Stepdad, love bomb.
Crazy.
If you wanted to feel any type of affection, you just had to look my way. We got
have
married in 3
contact with
days.
that. I get what you're saying, but that just don't sound right.
Oh, what?
He talking about love bombing your stepkid.
I was gonna let that pass.
Yeah.
Donnie the Diddler.
Oh no, we ain't gonna put that smut on my
Strike
head.
strike that for the record.
We ain't gonna put that.
Bullet point that timestamp. But where we at on time though? All right, yeah, we finna bring it down.
But I was gonna add one thing to
ahead.
add on that. So to your point about you can't love who you are if you don't love what you went through. I was just telling someone that recently, the young boy that I was talking to, where he asked me about like advice about certain shit, whatever. He goes, yeah, so would you change anything about any regrets, change anything about your past? And I was like, I actually personally don't believe in that, like, because I think about, of course, I have morbid thoughts, and I think about, no, currently where I'm at right now, who I am, I'm happy with who that is.
Yes,
so I could say, well, if I would have preferred a different result, a different past milestone. Who knows where that could have led to, though? So like, it could be better,
what if you
but
did,
also it could be worse. So like, I'm cool. The whole path and certain shit, I'm like, that worked out a certain way, whatever. But no, currently as it stands, I'm good. So I ain't about to roll the dice again. Like, no, we
Would you
good.
change anything?
No, absolutely not.
I ain't gonna lie. For me,
He
it's
got
only
some shit he would change.
one thing.
What's that?
One thing, just the disrespect that I gave.
To who?
To going, if we talking still parents
And
stuff like that, or just in general, just disrespect I gave to people, and then not showing grace. Even though yes, I've learned from it and grown, but it's still that I feel like that.
I feel like you don't learn without going through it though. Like nobody learns from someone else's experiences the way we think they should. We assume that if I saw this nigga do it and it ain't work, I should do it. Like you would see the amount of people that commit crimes on a day-to-day that have seen other people fail at it.
Right.
Would be like, oh, my bro just got 40 to 80. I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out.
I told you some strict nigga logic.
So it's like, but it goal is transparent across the board. That's just one example. It's like you gotta go through some shit to be able to see, because this is the thing. There's a difference between knowledge and wisdom, right? You can acquire knowledge. You can read. So many people out here is giving knowledge. They hearing profound shit, they repeating it. They reading things, they repeating it. Wisdom is something you have to experience.
Right.
So you can say what happened, but you can't say why it happened unless you went through it. You can say what happens when somebody go to jail. You can say what happens when somebody break up. You can say what happens when somebody have a child. But until you have a child or go through these other experiences, you don't have the wisdom to be able to say why it happens. And when you have the wisdom, that's when you're able to say, you know what, that actually makes perfect sense. So you don't understand grace if you don't have to go through situations where you should have gave it.
Yeah.
So now you're looking at it like, damn, like I should have been a little bit more patient with mom. But if you was patient with her, this conversation wouldn't be relevant. So you becoming a love bomber and doing all of these things only happened because of the disrespect and the lack of grace and the lack of understanding. So now that you have it, when you see it happening, you can give the wisdom. And if somebody acquired the knowledge, they can always I think we learn things early and then we use it later. Like things our parents said is the wisdom that we live by, the grandparents and all of that. And it should have just like the moments. It's like, all right, like now I see why my mom said that. Now I see why my grandma said that. And at the time, because it was just knowledge to you, it sounded good. Like anything is easier said than done. But when you did that shit and you realize you shouldn't have did that shit, you be like, I see why she said it. So,
How about we land and play Nick? I actually got a whole other topic about that, and we can pick up on the next.
Yeah, that's cool.
I
So
like that. Yeah.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna land it here. We're gonna pick up on the next episode. All y'all need to know is go shop with her fantasy box. No, you know what was funny, bro?
I'm gonna
Hold on, real quick,
go.
though. Full circle moment. On one of our podcasts, in our other set, the last one we did before we came back here, I said, this is going to be our last episode without a sponsorship.
You did say that.
And look at us. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
God
Always
is
on
good.
time.
Got all the time.
And all the time.
God is good.
You know, so listen, man, big shout out to the sponsors, you know what I mean? Big shout out to Stocked Up. They sponsor me on the gear, you get what I'm saying? If you're looking to sponsor me or advertise with the podcast, feel free to hit us up, Wolf Network, WSC@gmail.com. Remember, this is a billboard, and eventually it'll be a carousel billboard, which will show multiple brands at a time, but her fantasy box locked it up for a couple months.
Shout out to them.
You know what I mean? Shout out to them. If you want us to display your product on the screen, it can sit right here next to me. We can hold it. I can wear it. And just make sure that y'all keep that in mind. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram at WolfWSC. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube on Wolf Network. Download the podcast on the podcast app, thewolfhasspoken.com. And where can they find you at, Donnie?
At Donnie Manziel. Go check out my podcast that I'm directing and producing now, Culture Chat GPT.
You ain't pay us for that.
I didn't, but I was gonna throw that in there real fast.
Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, so Donnie Manziel.
Yep, right on Q Live, as in the right side on QUE, right on Q Live.
Yeah, man. And like you said, make sure y'all go check out everything that Donnie's been working on. Donnie is a good dude, you know what I mean? You're a work in progress and you're always working on yourself. And I commend you for that, you know what I mean? Like, and since we became friends, you know, like we share nothing but laughs and good times and good energy, you know, and I appreciate the friendship. We appreciate you coming to kick it with us. You know what I mean?
Appreciate y'all. If y'all got any fantasy box for me.
We appreciate y'all. What do you need it for?
No, I'm talking about actual fantasy box.
Who has we'll strike that. Look, you talking to the lady?
Yeah, I'm talking to the lady.
No, I didn't understand. I thought
He was looking you in the eyes, though. It was kind of strange. It was good.
I'm thinking he was saying like if we got a gift for him. Like I'm like, what are you gonna do with it?
Strike the
whole thing from the record. The whole thing from the record.
My fault, y'all. Strike that.
But actually, we shout out to you for being irresponsible because if you wasn't, no disrespect when I say this wouldn't have took place. Because
I don't want to strike this part. I was not all right. So this what happened because I'm gonna speak my piece. So what it is, y'all, I just knew with me living,
like you was being responsible.
I was living in Atlanta.
Clear
and
your
don't
name.
get me wrong.
Clear
Clear my name. I truly
reversed it.
did.
I
I
reversed
wanted to do this. And everything happens for a reason. I love what my brothers are doing. With it, like this shit is amazing. Like I said, the fast and growing podcast in the universe. Not the city, not the state, not in the universe.
This is
but it was like I didn't want to commit to it fully with me living in Atlanta, and I wouldn't be able to hold up.
No,
my
you
end.
know what? That's growth. So I strike that from the record. That was
Smut stricken.
Yeah, stricken.
That's right. Cool.
So make sure y'all follow us, man. Make sure y'all stay tapped in. And y'all already know, man, as y'all let people know we grow. Do not gatekeep this information. We want people to watch it. We want people to see it. If it's something that you learn from this, share it with somebody. You don't got to be the barrier of information. You can allow us to deliver it to multiple people at once by simply copying that link, pasting it to the group chat, having that conversation. And if y'all got something y'all wanted to talk about, feel free to hit us up on the page at wolfnetwork.wsc. Hit us up in the YouTube comments or hit me up personally on a Wolf at WSC. And we appreciate the love, man. Y'all been seeing us out. Y'all been showing a lot of love.
Yes, sir.
You know, people are actually recognizing Q that been knowing him his whole life, but they really know him now. It's a true story.
True story.
Yeah, so make sure that y'all continue to do that. We appreciate it. And like we said, get 1% better every single day. And until next time, man, the Wolf has spoken. We out.
Yes, sir.